Hello and welcome to the Craftsman Truck Series. We are here in Vegas this week, just like all the other NASCAR stuff. We've run the O'Reilly race already, and this time we're doing some truck racing as the number 2 in this one in a 3.5K strength of field. Seems like there's a lot of participation here in the Open Series this week. I'm sure that has everything to do with the fact it's week 13, few less options for guys, and we're actually post-update right now, so you might notice at least one little minor change that's kind of a really cool thing, in my opinion. On the bottom left there, we've got a throttle and brake trace, so you can better see with a visual indicator how much throttle or brake I'm using at any given time. Not going to be using much here in terms of brake at Las Vegas in the trucks, but could be interesting or informative to see how much, if any, I'm lifting at any given point. Right now I'm just going to do an easy lap for the first time around since we can't get quite up to speed for our Q lap. But I think that's a really cool addition. That's something that Race Lab I know has had in the past and some other overlays that are available out there. But now iRacing has its own native throttle trace, and hopefully that'll help for anybody that's trying to get better and watches the videos for that purpose. Maybe that'll help give an better idea of what I'm doing sometimes. We are going to be flat out though for this hot lap here around Vegas. I essentially loosened the truck up from the setup that I found from OSR, and we're just taking that flat out around the bottom, bringing it to a 31.66. We'll see how that stacks up, I'm not quite sure. But loosened up the setup, so like I normally end up doing. I really wasn't feeling like I was getting loose at all, so I just took huge swings for the Q setup, and more turn is better than less turn, especially if you're not getting sideways at all regardless. As we'll do a practice pit in as well. Could be pretty simple. We probably still have a lot of time though, so I guess we can do another practice pit in. Maybe I can try to be more aggressive with it, see how far I can push it. But yeah, so we're basically flat out around the bottom. I probably could have loosened it up a little bit more even, to be honest with you. Got a little bit tighter in 3 and 4 heading around. Anything I could have done to maybe get a little bit more turn and keep it around the bottom a little bit better in 3 and 4 probably could have given us a little bit more time. But we're hanging in there pretty good, qualifying wise, especially for no money spent. Right now P2 in a pretty strong field, so feeling pretty good about that. We'll go around one more time and then do a practice pit in again once we're up to speed. Hoping for a good race here, but I know that sometimes these week 13 open races you got a lot of tourists, let's say, from other series that typically are more sprint style series where shorter races, and so you got guys being more aggressive than usual. Maybe that's just all in my head, but it feels like that's something that happens on week 13 a lot.
The water temp is getting high.
There we go, that should be plenty good. I could probably even go a little more aggressive than that, but don't need to push it that much. I think that'll be plenty good enough getting onto pit road if we get any green flag pit stops. Here's hoping. This is currently bugged, I think, the results and stats page. I moved this back to where it's supposed to be, where I like for it to be, around here-ish, but I think it goes back to where it was to start, no matter what. Maybe I can like try to save here, and maybe it'll stay now. Yeah, let me not speak too soon. I know they got like the save thing going on, so maybe if I move that and now I hit save, maybe it'll actually stay there now. But by default it was like moved up like this for some reason. So I tried to move that back where I want it. And I guess maybe you can hit save here and maybe it'll stay. So still learning the new stuff in the update. So maybe that's just part of what you got to do. That's another cool little thing though. Added with the update. Let me make sure I get my race setup in. Don't get distracted. Save current setup. Shouldn't it already be the setup I have? Oh well. Alright. Getting that Vegas set up. Thank you as always to OSR. I am provided the setups for free. Disclaimer. I'm not sponsored or anything, but I was given these setups as a kindness from the owner. Kind of grandfathered into it, I guess, since I used the service a lot when it was free. But I usually heavily alter them as well. Maybe I wouldn't say heavily. I'm getting more bold with my changes, but I definitely loosened up the truck a whole lot, both for the qualifying setup and the race setup here. So it's not one-to-one by any means with the setup they've got. Kind of loosened it up to fit more of my preferences. And that Q setup, able to get us a P2 starting spot, which is awesome. Got a couple of really fast guys that chose not to qualify. We'll see if they can survive their trip forward through the field.
The track temp is 91 to go. Next
What a lot of guys like to do.
Matthew Shelby, is that the Bulldog?
3,500. The estimated strength of field is
Last lap there, get the race lab up.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Only about 46 laps on a full tank.
Thanks for letting me know, Holter. I thought that was. Tell him Deathbolt said, hey. If he's near you, Holter.
5 cars left to grid.
Talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. 46 laps, only 2 sets of tires. Might have to be smart about how we use those.
I just know from racing before.
Still waiting on 2
Well,
cars.
thank you for letting me know, Holter. How you doing,
There
bud?
are 2 additional sets of tires during
How'd
this
you
race.
know I left the
Have a good race.
race there, James?
See what?
Holter.
Right, we're going to get started here. Got to be very careful on this restart. And just anytime we're around a lot of trucks, the arrow will definitely toss you around if you're not careful. They're adding those arrow effects to the O'Reilly series car as well, which I'm interested in seeing what those are all about. I know they're also adjusting the draft a little bit, just in general, a lot of the arrow effects for that series. So maybe I'll run another one of those this week and see if I can feel the comparison here at Vegas.
Yeah,
I'll have it fresh in my mind what it felt like before the update. Don't usually upload 2 of the same series in 1 week, but maybe that would at least be justified by testing that out. I guess we'll see. Less things to run on week 13 generally anyway.
my mic's sounding okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a quick shift. We might just do second gear and not mess with first gear. You might be able to get a little bit of a launch
Nope, loud and clear.
with first gear, but I think we're just going to go second gear. If we get put 5 wide because of it, then I guess is what it is. We probably were going to get put 5 wide anyway. But 80 laps upcoming here for the Craftsman Truck Series. Hopefully it'll be a good one for us. Starting P2.
Maintain the pace speed until the green flag. Then
Everybody
go.
going on green.
Green flag, green flag. Pit road is now open.
I guess first gear was the play.
Inside, clear.
We got a much better jump by doing that. Felt like we got to the limiter so quick when I tested it.
Still there at the bottom. Still there, inside. Keep high.
How hard do we want to push?
Still there, hold
Oh,
your
no.
own. The next car's the leader.
Maybe just little lifts. We're gonna get to the bottom here.
Outside. You're in the middle.
Getting put 3 wide.
Still there.
I want to be 3 wide.
Still there. Outside. 2 wide. Clear. Outside.
Really, really tough with all these trucks around us.
Keep low.
Getting air off the spoiler and all that. Had to catch it there.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Still there. Hold your line.
And of course I loosened up the setup a bunch as well, so that's also contributing to making this thing harder to drive. 14 was looking, but he thinks,
Still there. Hold your line.
has second thoughts about making us 3 wide again.
Outside is clear.
Definitely some arrow push.
Car inside. Still there. Hold your line. New fast flat for you. You're in fourth position. Stay high to the car on the low side. The car in
Just trying to do little lifts when I can,
flat.
when I'm able to without
0, 5.
losing too much momentum.
Stay high with the car on the low side. Keep high.
I went extra loose with this setup, even though when I was practicing it was getting on the right rear. I went even a little bit further after I noticed that, because I figured there's going to be a decent amount of time where more likely than not going to be in dirty air, which is only going to make the truck tighter. So I'm hoping that it'll end up more evened out because of the tightness you get from that.
Clear.
7 hanging on to our inside pretty good.
Still there at the bottom. Still inside. Just check the fastest lap of the second. Still there at the bottom. The next car's the leader.
Right up behind the 9. You can feel it tightening the truck up just a little bit.
Keep high.
Ooh, that got a little bit loose. Probably because of the truck right behind me.
Still there. Hold your line.
Very, very aggressive early here for a lot of guys.
You're up.
I'm not really even wanting to be that aggressive, but they've got guys taking it 3 wide here. I'm backing out. I don't want to be 3 wide.
5, 2, clear. Inside. Stay high with the car on the low side.
I'd really prefer just to try to find a nice
Still there.
single file place in line, but we just keep ending up side by side with guys.
Keep high. Still inside.
I try to give you a ring, guys.
Clear inside. Inside. Clear inside.
Alright, let's cut down here now that we're able to. Looks like we dumped some dirty air on him back there. He went up the track a bit. Would love to just stay in line here for a minute. Had to push a little bit harder than I wanted to early on. Anytime I lift, though, I feel like we're just going to be bringing those guys back to our bumper and more likely to our inside heading into the corners. Try to get some clean air, get as close down to this white line as we can. The bumps don't affect these trucks nearly as much as they affected the O'Reilly car, so you don't have to worry about that so much in 1 and 2, but still, I think the fastest way around is getting right up on that white line. We do have some Rams in the field, I see. That 9 up there. I guess I should point that out. They've been added. I'm not so interested in buying something I already own, but it is really cool to see those represented now. Raced Mini Tyrell just recently in the mini stocks. They don't have Rams in the mini stocks, unfortunately, but I guess if he wants to run some truck series on iRacing, he can do it in the car he runs in real life now. I think it's cool. They've already got like a paint scheme made up for that Ram truck as well. They were ready. So I'm getting on that apron a little bit. Plenty close to it at least. 24, looking like they're being a little bit patient for us. I appreciate him for that. Still, ooh, that's close. Yeah, 9 cutting across the 7's nose is getting him loose. The 7's getting loose. Everybody's getting loose. Oh, they are fighting so hard this early in the race. I'm worried these guys are going to wreck. So they're getting very sideways. I'm trying to not do too much right now, and I'm still getting a little bit sideways. 24 is going to get to our inside here. That'll get us loose as well. I could feel that as soon as he got to our left rear.
Still there.
He's going to get tight down there, though. Have to lift pretty big, it looks like. That's why I wanted my truck loose, because I feel like I can mitigate the tightness, or what am I trying to say here? I feel like if I get oh gosh, this 24 is going to my outside now. Let me finish my thought. If we're getting tight in dirty air, there's not much we can do about that if the truck is tight. But if we loosen it up so we can fight in the dirty air a little bit more, we can help mitigate the looseness a little bit. I can lift a little bit more when we're in the cleaner air. That's what I'm trying to say. It's easier to manage. Whereas if you get in the dirty air and you don't have a truck that'll turn, you're just out of luck. There's nothing you can do about that. Whereas I can at least wheel it a little bit if the truck's getting loose. But I need to get some momentum back because we've lost a little bit. We're still in the top 5, so we're not doing bad. Ooh, that was close. That 7 almost got the quarter panel of the Ram truck. They're side by side up there. Some guy's going up the track already. Oh, that's a lap truck. I thought we had one too many cars ahead, or trucks ahead. Something didn't seem quite right. Something must have happened back in the field already.
Outside. Just done a 31.57. Clear outside.
Trying not to let this thing get too sideways. Help us have some more grip later. Ooh, it's tight. Really got to try to get that nose down lower than the guys in front of you, or else you do get in that air really bad. Closes that off. Gets a little bit tighter at that point. 1 and 2 is a little bit better. A little easier to get rotation in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4.
Sorry, 19.
Still plenty early in this race. So I don't want to make too many crazy moves. I don't want to just sit idly either for too long if we got guys just off the pace a little bit in front of us. I think the 7's struggling. This guy's all hitting the wall. Might have to find a way to get around this 7 now. It's going to be tough though.
The leader is running 31.828.
He had a pretty good corner. I couldn't do much about that there.
Outside.
A little bit of clean air. Alright, good stuff.
Stay low. There is a
Got
car.
slider going on up ahead. That's scary.
Stay low.
Scary moment.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Okay,
Car
7
outside. 2 wide.
needs some room. We gave it to him. We can get around the guy that hit the wall.
Still there?
Just trying to be aware of the situation around us. Because you know if someone's hitting the wall, then that person's going to not want to lift. They're going to want to get in line. Make sure they have the room, or else they're going to try to force the room.
Still there. Stay low.
I'm getting loose again, I think.
You're in the middle.
Holy
3
cow.
wide.
Okay, really aggressive.
Hold your line. Clear outside. 2 wide. Back in 3rd. Keep hustling. Still there.
Lots of
Inside.
slicing and dicing this early in the race, but it is fun.
Car on the low side.
I'm not trying to complain too much. I know we're having fun with virtual racing, so I guess you don't have to worry too much about wrecking stuff, but in a race management sort of way, I would prefer not to be going that crazy. But we are up to third. They're slipping and sliding around back there, I think. They've kind of moved up the track. I'm not really too interested in that. I'm happy down around the bottom. Still trying to protect that right rear a little bit. As long as we're in the clean air, I think, I don't feel like we're too tight. Maybe a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if the handling actually is on the right rear still. And it's more of a 4-tire slide kind of feeling we're getting. One and two, it still turns really well. Those guys look like they're getting tight maybe because they're pushing out really far toward the outside wall in the exit of 2, but it could be they're just trying to turn their wheel as little as possible. Nice to have the slipstream from the 6 ahead of us, helping us down the straightaway. Pulling away a little bit from the guys behind, but I'm sure they would be able to catch up without too much issue if they tried. Maybe. Ooh, that felt really, really understeery. Maybe I could have loosened this thing up even more.
The lead did us 32.061.
Lap time's pretty consistent. You've got half your fuel left.
We're just gonna go on all the way on this tank of fuel, so. Ooh, loose movement for the 9 ahead. That will give the 6 truck the lead. We're gonna get a huge run on the 9.
The next car is car number 9.
Wasn't really feeling like I had a good opportunity at a move there. I could have gone for it, but I felt like I was just gonna end up on the inside of him and then probably get freight trained.
Outside. Clear outside if you want it.
Struggling.
Inside. Still there at the bottom.
Huh.
Still there.
Well, he didn't struggle that corner. He went all out that corner, and he's looking to take the lead back.
Clear inside. The next car's the leader.
I feel like we're doing really well through 3 and 4 here.
Inside. Still inside. Stay high, there's a car on the low side.
Fun to drive, that's for sure. We're getting lots of rotation, have to fight the steering wheel a little bit. That's good stuff. Oh, so much dirty air. We are plowing right now.
Car inside. Still there.
We'll get around the 9 though.
Clear. You're back in second.
Ooh, he's
Inside.
cutting us off there. Tried to get to his outside. He says, no
Still
sir.
there.
Just fine. Not going to try to do too much this early in the race. That would be a very aggressive move.
Outside. Keep low. Stay low.
Alright, we're side by side now.
Still there.
Lap time was 22.30.
Stay low.
Getting a little bit too much on the apron there.
Clear.
Our advantage right now is in 3 and 4, I feel like. You can see it. back into that draft as soon as we can.
That lap time was
The
32.
leader is running 32.295.
Right behind, getting us loose. A truck, even. If you can believe it. Able to fight it off, though.
That lap was at 32.49.
Randy, I'm sorry, we're 4.
Guess we'll be a little more aggressive in 1 and 2 because we're losing so much time over here.
Filling up now should get us to the end. Outside. Stay low. Keep low.
Yeah, all good. That's not your fault.
Okay, side by side again.
32.
Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Clear high. Car outside. Keep low.
Not quite able to get clear of them. I'd love to be able to just get clear and get out in the open air, but
Still there,
not
hold your
happening.
line.
That lap was at 32.35.
Stay low. Clear high.
Alright, we'll get back in line then. So much more drive through 3 and 4. Oh, he's in the wall.
Stay low. There is a car on
That was
the high
close.
side.
That could have been bad.
Outside is clear. You're in first.
Well, we find a way to get around him. It was not easy, though. Another 5 gonna go for it.
Still there.
He's gonna push up into us and try to wreck
Still
us.
there at the bottom.
Alright.
Clear.
Kind of hard to turn in when you cut the side of the air off and stuff like that, man. I'm not trying to hit you.
Still there. Hold your line.
The lap time was 32.5.
It's your fault for driving in there if you're gonna be that close to me.
Keep low. Outside is
And
clear.
control your truck, not me. Be sure to turn the air off for you next time, I guess. That unfortunately gets the leader by us.
Car inside.
6 with a huge run.
Still there at the bottom. Clear.
Window open.
The leader just did a 32.231. Car outside. Keep low.
Highline getting in a lot of run right now.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
Now the opposite situation as before. Believe it or not, I am able to turn into the corner.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear outside if you want it.
You've just done a 32.56.
Inside. Clear.
Okay, Walter. It's been consistent. Keep it up.
This has been an excellent race, by the way. No yellows. Okay, we're just gonna wreck that guy.
Inside.
Interesting choice.
Still there.
That
Hold
was
your
not
line.
good. I did not expect him to run high there.
You kind of slowed up. I
Stay
was just
high.
right.
There's a car on the low side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
I nearly got the wall because I did not expect those guys to run the high line.
Car outside. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Still there. Clear up top. Outside. Keep low.
Looks like the high lines really come
Clear
in.
up top.
Might have to move up there ourselves.
The lap time was at 32.23.
Oh no, we went right in the same lane as he did. Okay, we should be fine. There's lots of turn in 1 and 2. It's gonna slow us down a little bit, but not too bad. Wow, okay, that didn't turn. Expected a lot more grip up there. Glad I'm figuring this stuff out now, though, rather than later.
Laps of fuel left.
Okay, we're halfway to the
Got some
finish.
pit stops starting. I'm still gonna go until we run out, essentially.
Lap time was 32.16.
Dropping frames, that's making it a little difficult to decide where I'm at on track or how my handling's going. Got a little bit tight there out of 4. Need the frames to come back a little bit for me.
The leader is running 32.174.
Got wrecked on 2 restarts. There's only been 1 start this race. I'm not sure how he did that.
Know the feeling I got a black flag from it.
Man, I was really hoping that Highline would do a little bit more for us, because it really worked for the 6th at one time. But it's really tight up there. Kind of been able to break away a little bit. Mostly it's those 2 guys ahead of us breaking away, though. I think we just have to stay out of their dirty air and run low. Group 6 gets big loose, but unfortunately there is a yellow. Somebody has stopped on the track.
You've got about 4 laps of fuel left.
Dude, stop on the freaking track.
I hate when people do
Should I
that.
get
Laps of
before
fuel.
somebody says something?
That was such a good run. Hate that it ended like that.
It's going so good, too.
It was a lap down car, and I was coming up behind him, and he went down to the apron and stayed there in the triangle and just stopped. I think he got back on the track and stopped.
Yeah, he was below the apron. But, like, in the tri-oval.
No, but he came back up and he stopped on the track. That's what brought out the caution.
That's cool. Really appreciate people
Oh,
being that selfish.
Yeah, because all the leaders were coming.
I know it was the HendricksTruck.com.
The leader, James, is pitting.
I want to
We'll
say
fuel you to the end of the
26.
race.
This is Brunson.
Pit boxing.
We had the P2 qualifying spot, so we'll be pretty far along here on the pit lane.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
I don't know how the fuck that happened when I'm in the pit box.
54-51. Alright, so we were on the right
Alright,
rear,
wasn't it
but we
26
wore them both
behind me?
pretty well. I think I'm happy with that, though.
Pit box.
All clear. Punch it. Be mindful, you only have 1 set of tires remaining.
Did we beat 'em out?
In single file. Jetstar
Good.
26 car.
We come out in the lead. How about that? Way to go, pit crew. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Those guys are going to get the wave around. We're good on fuel now. 1 more set of tires, so might have to be careful. about how we use those. Still a lot of race left to do, but less than half. I'd really like to get a good start here, maybe get some distance between us and the guys behind to help get out of the aero effects, so I'm not slipping and sliding around all crazy.
One to go. Next time by, you'll be lining up on the inside.
I guess later, if I remember, I'll try to go back and look at where I was running next to the 5. I felt like I was pretty well in my lane there in the second lane. Yeah, it's going to get the guy on the inside tight, but you got to be prepared for that as the driver of the car. It's not on me to make sure he can hold his line down there. I think that's fair. I can't just not run the lane I want to run in a lane that's less competitive because he's going to get tight, and then that's going to make him run into me. Maybe I'm wrong. If my philosophy there is wrong, please do call me out. Would rather learn something than continue to be misinformed on how this stuff works on the race etiquette. It could be too that I pinched more than I expected, but I was really just trying to run that second lane and defend my position, knowing that it was going to be hard for him to pass low, because it was hard for us. But enough thinking about that, we're going to look forward. We're going to be leading this restart off. 33 laps to go.
Green, green, green. You are the leader.
I forgot that we actually want to be in first gear. And that's going to make our restart suffer, unfortunately. He's going to be right behind us. This thing's going to get loose, probably. Thankfully, he's backed off a little bit. They were all right.
Inside. Stay high, there's a car on the low side. Stay high, there's a car on the low side. Clear inside.
I'm gonna do little lifts here. Try to protect my right rear a little bit. Six is going for it though. He's probably going to take this run and try to go around us.
New fast flat for you.
It's just 30.65. Fastest lap for Massey.
The car in speed 11. Just set the fastest lap. 30.578.
Working with us a little bit here.
Outside clear.
Interesting. Ooh, I can feel that arrow from him behind me just pulled me to the left on entry. That was interesting. Getting out a little bit ahead.
Inside.
Gonna go to the inside.
Still inside.
Really would have preferred to try to work with him and maybe build a gap, but that's going to bring the whole field back to us being side by side right now. I guess I can eat my words or take my own advice and let him go here and see if we can't build the lead, but I think I lifted off a little bit too much right there. Back to P2. Not too worried about the track position right now. P2 is still plenty of good track position. Being side by side was only going to make us have to work harder as well. Probably hurt our tires a little bit more. Another reason I didn't want to be side by side. I'm gonna let him build his gap a little bit. I'm not too concerned. Get some free draft from him. Plus maybe we can be out of his dirty air just a little bit. Help us get turned around these corners. Be interesting to see what it looks like if he starts falling off tire-wise later. If that's going to manifest itself as a loose race truck for him, or if it's going to get tight. He's definitely just going for it right now, though. Got 25 laps to go. Could go green to the end. The only reason we had that yellow is because somebody decided to not go to the pits and decided to just park on the track. This is a track where the apron counts for yellows, so as soon as someone stops down there, then caution is out. It looks like you might be getting tight up there because you got pretty close to the wall on exit. Truck feels really good to me right now on my end. Plenty of good rotation. Hopefully trending more on the looser side than the tighter side. Because again, that's something I can manage. And being in dirty air at any point is going to make the truck tighter anyway.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Starting to reel him back in a little bit, maybe. Those guys behind, though, are also hot on our tail. Lap truck up ahead, the 16. Looks like he's probably going to go high.
0.437.
Hopefully we'll be clear by the time we get to the exit. We're not going to be.
Outside.
That compromised us a little bit. Not that guy's fault. He did a good job. He held that high line. It's just bad luck for us where we happened to reach him.
146.
You really should be slow on the inside of the track, not up against the wall like that.
I was in the wall coming off too, and I wasn't going to cut across track. Shut the hell up.
Oh, wow, okay. None too friendly there between those two.
Hit
Caution, yellow flag.
Alright.
Line up, single
Like
file.
yellow.
Pit road is
We're going to have to
closed.
take our last set of tires here.
Stop 6, car.
Gonna keep taking extra fuel because I actually really like the balance of the truck right now. Even if it's on the right rear a little bit, I think I would prefer that.
Pit road's open.
Wonder if it's a situation where guys are going to take 2 tires. I don't think I want to do that.
What, Watch your speed. The leader is pitting now. It's fine, you got loads.
Could definitely see some guys running with that, though. We're running with that idea.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
A little awkward into the box. 92.90. Ooh, there's some guys going through the box. Then couldn't quite tell who that was.
All clear. Punch it. Let's hit the tires. Make them last the rest
So,
of the
two
race.
tire call from the
Line up
7.
single file.
6 gets out ahead of us, but just barely. I don't think it's a terrible call from the 7. Especially if it got him a bunch of track position. I don't think that's going to be a winning call, though, unless we get just immediate yellows over and over.
Catch the 6 car.
Hopefully he doesn't try to go crazy with blocking and all that stuff and cause a wreck, trying to get the win with a desperation move there. I would be very shocked if 2 tires is close enough on speed that he can just be faster. Could be wrong though, but this these NASCAR series races, they're not quite like the Gen 4 or the 87 Legends. Those you can take 2 tires and fare a lot better a lot of the time.
Line up on the inside.
Oh, that's just...
I can hear what he's saying.
You guys don't want to go?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gonna do first gear this time, since that's what everybody else is doing. Much better than we are. Man, when I test it though, it doesn't really feel that much better, but it clearly is. This could be a really tough restart. We could easily get up behind this 7, he could get loose. I don't know if I really like the fact that we're likely going to be behind him. It's going to be really hard for him to not get sideways with 2 tires especially, and with the arrow behind him. But if we lift, we're going to lose a bunch of momentum and likely spots to go with it. So this could be a really tough spot for us here. I don't want to take him 3 wide on the restart, but if he's off the pace enough, I might have to do it. But we'll see what happens. 16 to go.
Thank you for the heads up.
Green flag, green flag.
I actually get to the inside of P2. I did not expect that.
The next car's the leader. Cheat road. The leader is running 29.052. Still there. Outside is clear. Outside. Cheat road. Outside clear.
Alright. All about track position now. Not enough laps left in the race. They are 3 wide back there, jostling
You're back in
the
the
position.
33.48.
I'm in go mode. I'm not tire saving at this point.
Sorry, buddy, it was outside, pinched me down. I couldn't do anything about it. I tried not to come down. Truck inside, jackass.
You match your race pace. Nice one.
I think I see someone wrecking. Did I? Maybe not. Oh, he's got a huge run. That's not good.
car inside. Still there, inside. Still inside.
Turn up into us.
Inside.
Whew, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do that trick that apparently we're not allowed to do. I mean, I'm defending the lead here at the end of the race. protecting this outside.
Inside.
Next attempt.
Keep high. Still inside.
Isn't able to hold him quite as tight there.
Still there. Hold your line.
I'm gonna be taking 3 wide because we're side by side here.
You're up top, pretty wide. Still there. Still there.
10.90.
Right side. 2 wide.
Not good.
Stay high.
Getting overrun.
Clear. Inside.
Us being taken 3 wide there was really bad news.
Still there. Inside. Still there at the bottom. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
Man, everyone wants that outside so much.
Stay high. Stay high.
Lifted a bit too much there, I think. Lost a little bit too much momentum.
Hold your line. Still hold.
Oh, we're 3 wide. It did not tell me, I don't think.
2 wide. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
Yikes.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
3
There
wide.
you go. Still there. Inside. The leader is running. 31.003. You're up top. 3 wide. Hold your line. Inside. 2 wide. Still there. Inside. You're up top. 3 wide.
That was really tight. We're getting turned on the end of the straightaway.
You're in the middle. 3 wide.
Somehow we managed to get turned on a straightaway.
Sorry, Joseph, I seen a fucking truck coming down the track.
Clear. Inside.
No idea what happened there.
Keep high.
That sucks.
Stay high.
There goes our good finish.
I'm gonna push you. I don't know where you're going though.
Clear inside. Car outside. Clear outside if you want it. Car inside.
We'll fight with whatever truck we've got left.
There at bottom. Clear inside. Car outside. Still there. Stay low. Clear up top.
This sucks. We went from leading all the way back to 12th now. We're not in good shape anymore. We got some speed loss.
Clear outside.
Wonder what the damage says about us, but I don't really want to mess with it right now. We're clearly slower on the straightaways.
Still inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Still there. Inside.
We should have a run right now, but he's pulling us on the inside with the damaged truck.
Keep high.
Truck one up.
Stay high. Clear inside. Car inside. Stay high.
Drifting through the whole dang corner.
Inside. Car inside. Stay high. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Right side. 2 wide. This is less than optimal. Clear.
Get me loose on entry. We're just hemorrhaging because we're so slow. You can see the damage on the left front. That's probably parachuting the truck, and not only... God, the truck is handling terrible. Not only is it slowing us down the straightaways, but it's really affecting the handling on the turns as well.
Still there. The leader just did up 31.325. Clear inside.
Good one, James.
Oh, so disappointing. Still got pretty good speed through the corners, but we just lose it all on the exit.
Car inside. Clear inside. Car inside. 2 more. Let's go. Still
2
inside.
laps to go, just trying to hold on to as much as we
Still there
can.
at the bottom.
2 laps remaining. Not that was at 31. Which 70.
Stay high.
God, they're right here.
Keep high.
Big side draft.
Keep high.
Oh my gosh, huge wall hit with that 23 head.
Car inside. Clear inside.
1 more lap. You've just done it. 31.85.
Ooh, this thing is not easy to drive at the moment.
Alright, Colton, the next car is car number
Alright, well, we'll
Guys, that was fun.
salvage a 14th, I guess.
Yeah, it's just too wide open.
Ticket flag. Ticket flag.
I just never should have gave it the top, I guess. I kind of hate racing.
We'll get 'em next
that way
time.
where you had to
Dang it, man.
hold the top, like, a good one. That was fun, at least we kept it clean. Somehow me and Cody got freaking 12x from door contact.
Wow, damn. Yeah, I mean, Cody was able to hold it like wide open on the top for 35 laps and never fell off, so it's wild.
I just wish I didn't get that speed penalty or black flag for passing when they wrecked at the start there. That kind of stuff.
Make sure it wasn't our fault.
Good one.
Yeah, it was good recovery from your end.
Okay, was this lap? I might have come down a little bit. He's pinching me pretty close to the wall, but I came down a little bit, I think. He's gone already. I was going to apologize to him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I would be drifting down the track like that. Maybe I was just focused on the bumper ahead instead of my position near the wall. Trying to think of what was going through my head here. I guess maybe I was trying to get... I figured I could just get equal with where the 5 was running, but I couldn't really do that with where the guy was on the inside. I mean, you can see how tight he's pinching us next to the wall, but ultimately I had room and I drifted down a little bit. You can see that the truck go from here to here. So that's on me. Just you get really tight racing when the fields are this strong, and you can't really be unpredictable even just a little bit. We drift down maybe a fourth of a truck width, and that was too much. We save it, but we had major damage at that point. Not major, but big enough where this left front really caved in, and on a track like this where aero is everything, that was a problem. So that sucks. Gonna have to in the future focus more on my truck's position relative to the wall and things like that, rather than looking at the bumper of the truck in front, because ultimately it's not about where I am relative to the truck in front of me, it's about where I am relative to the track itself, so. Alright, we'll go back and look at the incidents from the start. Where is it? It's in the way. There we go. Race. We were probably one of the only guys that actually wrecked this race, so I was maybe the worst one out here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even know this happened. Immediately on the start there was a wreck. I remembered them on the voice chat, but I didn't know why. Big checkup here. Looks like it was a chain reaction. Green comes out for everybody at the same time. The 19 with kind of a dramatic stab of the brakes there. I mean, they checked up, but I don't know. That was just kind of weird. Maybe it was just a result of some people doing second gear, some people doing first gear. They were also spread out a little bit much right here. I mean, you can see how far back the 23 is. Or some guys maybe looking to like jump the start or something. Kind of strange, but essentially it's just a ripple effect. The 3 not ready for it, so the 3 gets into the back of the 22. Somehow doesn't bring out a yellow. No trucks behind the 22, so I guess he's able to get it going again. T looking like he's kind of just turning down on the 19. Really stinks for the 22. He never really even had a chance this race, through no fault of his own. 17 getting some pits. What if he got damage at the start? Guess that's tires, maybe. Maybe those trucks real tight. That one's not. That one's loose. Into the wall. Gonna get something on exit here, or are these just tires? I think they're just tires. Not too far from now is when we get the yellow, which I think was just somebody stopping on the infield apron. Six there was running up high. I was feeling pretty good though at that point in the run. It felt like my tires were really paying off. You can see we were making gains, which makes the fact that the yellow came out sting just a little bit more, because we were still going to be out on that fuel run for a good 6+ more laps. I think it was paying off for us. 19 looking like that truck is really tight. These are all just tire readings, I guess. $16 trying to pit, but losing it. He gets to pit road, no issue. Well, big issue, but I mean, no yellow coming out. Keep thinking we're going to see something for real, but these tires are all just worn out. This is after the restart, I guess. So, I guess let's go back and look. Was this after the restart? No, actually it wasn't. For some reason I remembered it as being before the halfway mark, but it was a little bit after. I've got to get through all these tire readings. Bunch of stuff. There's the 16's entry mistake. Now we're getting back to where we were. Really fun when it gets to that point in the run where everybody's holding on. You can start making some moves and start paying off if you were a little nicer to your stuff. Six, tighten into the wall. He's the one that parks it. No, okay. Looked like he was heading down there for a second. I was like, are you the one that did it? Some guy's really struggling, you can tell. Surely we're going to see whatever happened here in a moment. Oh, there's somebody losing it on the entry to pit road. But still able to make the stop. Nope, here it is. Yep, 22 just stops on the track. No good reason. In fact, he came out of pit road just to... Why? He comes out of pit road just to stop on the track. What are we doing? Ruins a potentially caution-free race. Green flag pit stops. All because he's too lazy to come around and actually go back to the pits, I guess? I don't know, man. Why? That's so frustrating. I hate that. So, no green flag pit stops. Can't make the most of the end of that run where we saved pretty well. The 8 gets turned right there. Turns himself. One of the two. Trying to get to the pit box. Nine did exactly what we did. Just drifts down just a little bit, and it's just a little bit too much because we're racing so close. Exact same part of the track, too. That makes me feel a little less bad, at least. I'm not the only one. Unfortunately, one of those new Rams getting dinged up. Ooh, 15 does not know that there's a truck inside. Turns down into him. That was a pretty big hit. And then here's our little thing. Just the tiniest drift down the track, and it was it just so happened to have somebody that was holding us real tight, so there was no room for error there. Just close racing. It's on me for not holding the perfect steady line, but we were able to at least keep it going straight. Could have been worse, but could have been better too. Oh no, the 16 losing it. That truck looks evil right now. It's probably got some damage. I can see he's got damage on the left rear, probably more that we don't see. And that is the end. That is the end of the race, so not too good of a day at the track for us, unfortunately. At least, I mean, it was for a while. I think we were lined up for a good finish. Running right around the top 5 until just drifted a little bit too far down the track. And there was somebody there to catch us, so... P14, mid-pack finish. I feel like we were doing pretty solid beforehand, though. So at least we got some stage points, right? Haha. Am I right? Anyway, we'll look at the race results page. That'd be funny if iRacing did that. Like, rewarded or made you lose some iRating at certain points of the race because of stage racing. That'd be awful, actually. Anyway, we're looking at the race results. One moment. Alright, we got lots of red, sadly. We will lose 42 iRating. 0.06 safety rating. There we are down here in P14. Still 103 championship points. Because it was a pretty strong field, 35.55. But could have been up here in the top 5. I feel like could have been so much better. I mean, we made contact with the 4, and he finished 5th, so we were competing for a top 5. Unfortunately, not able to make it to the end. As you will see the rest of your results here. So, that'll do it for this one. Sorry for my mistake. Took us out of contention late, but still plenty of exciting racing throughout, I hope. We'll end up P14. Hope you enjoyed this one. Some more Vegas racing. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.